One is called constant and another is variable. Constant, variable. What is constant and what is variable? Constant means it has a fixed value. Let me take the example, say 2, 5, 1 by 2, 6 by 10, 8, -3, etc. All these are constant values. We cannot replace any other number by 2, right? Yes. So, constants are the numbers. Then, what are variables? That we have explained it, right? Variables means it can take different values. It can take different values. The values are varying. And hence the name variables. Say, in the previous examples, we have seen some variables. We have taken as some variables. Say x, p, t, s, u, y, etc. All these are variables. Variables is not having any fixed value. We can give any other value, depends on the situation. Okay, to the variable. In the previous problem, we have seen 4x, 5p, 10t like this, right? Another way, say 2x plus 1, etc. Can you tell me 4x, 5p, 10t, 2x plus 1, all these are constants or variables? Here, I told you 4 is a constant and x is a variable. So, when it combines together, it forms a variable because based on the change of the variables, say if x is 1, value for x is 4. If x is taken as 2, value for x is 2. So, all these types, which means that a combination of constants and variables together, we can say that it is a variable. Remember the point? A combination of the variable and constants together, we can consider as a variable. Let's learn about some expressions. Expressions you have seen earlier, but the number expression or the numerical expressions you have seen earlier, and we have find the answer for the expression also. Let me write one example. Two times 3 plus 6 minus 5. Different operations together. To find the answer or the value of this expression, we have learned some rules also. What was the rule? Yeah, board mass. Yeah, bracket of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Correct. Using that rule, we can find the value of this expression. And it is called numerical expression or expression just because it's having different operations together. Right? So, in this expression, there is only numbers and such an expression is called a numerical expression. Let's think about another type of expression. In that type, we can include variable also. We have seen some expression. Very simple one, 2x plus 1. It's also an expression, right? Here, 2 is the constant, 1 is the constant, x is the variable, and I discussed you with this type of expression, and I told you just because here x is there, 2x plus 1 is also a variable. And in this expression, what is 2x actually? 2 times x is 2x, right? Yeah, or 2 into write like 2x. 2x plus 1 is one expression. In this expression, one variable is there, right? Yeah. So we can call such expression as algebraic expression. What it is? Algebraic expression. I can write another example. 5x minus 3y plus 2. In this algebraic expression, you can find two variables, x and y. Right? Yeah, this is also an algebraic expression. There is only one difference between these. What was that? Yeah, you can find the answer for this expression, numerical expression, directly using our rule. But how we will find the answer for this expression, this such expression? 2x plus 1, how can I find the answer? I can find the answer only when the value of x is given. If the value of x is given as 0, I can find the value of 2x plus 1 as 2x is 2 into 0. 2 into 0 plus 1. 2 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So when x equal to 0, the value of the expression is 1. So if the value of the variable is given, we can find the answer or the value of the algebraic expression. Got it? Today, let's learn something more about algebraic expression. Let's start with the terms. What it is? What is called the terms of an algebraic expression? Terms of an algebraic expression means the parts of the expression that are separated by addition or subtraction. Again, terms of the algebraic expression means the parts of the algebraic expression separated by either addition or subtraction. Let's discuss this one with some example. Let me write one example, okay? Here, I wrote the expression 5x plus y. 5x and y are separated by addition symbol, right? So, for this algebraic expression, there are two terms. The first is 5x and the second one is y. So, for this algebraic expression, how many terms are there? Two terms. Let's write here number of terms. Two terms. And what are the two terms? 5x and y are the two terms. Let me write another expression. 3x square minus 4x plus 1. Here 3x square minus 4x plus 1. So these are separated by the first one. Here it is negative symbol. Second one, there is addition symbol. So, how many terms are here? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 terms for this algebraic expression. Now, tell me, which are the 3 terms? 3x square minus 4x plus 1. I can rewrite this one as 3x square I have taken with 4 plus 1. So, the three terms of this algebraic expression are 3x square minus 4x and 1. Let me write another one. Minus 7a plus 3b by 4 plus b plus 5. So, in this expression, you can count, right? How many terms are there? Negative 7a is one term, 3b by 4, second term, d, the third term, and 5, the fourth term. So, 4 terms are here, and the terms are negative 7a, 3b by 4, d and 5. Another example, z minus x by 4. How many terms are here? Z, it is one term. Negative x by 4 is the second term. So, I am rewriting it as z plus minus x by 4. So, two terms are here. The terms are z minus x by 4. So, from the given examples, you must understand that what is term of an algebraic expression. Terms of algebraic expression means it is divided by either addition or subtraction. And remember, multiplication and division. Yeah, it does not divide the terms. Say, if you are taking the example from the first example, 5x. 5x means 5 into x. But it is only one term. We consider it as only one term. From the last example, negative x by 4. Negative x by 4 is one term. Here it is x divided by 4, but we will not consider it as separate terms. Negative x by 4 is only one term. So, in the algebraic expression, terms are separated only by addition or subtraction. Multiplication and division does not divide the terms. Next is constant term. What is constant term? Look at this algebraic expression, 3ab minus c plus d plus 2. In the first three terms, you can see the variables. And what about 2? There is no variable with 2. Such a term we can call it as constant term. So, constant term means there is no variable with the numeral. If the numeral is only present, we can call it as a constant term. In this algebraic expression, 2 is the constant term. Let me write another example. By 4 plus 5y minus 10. In this algebraic expression, can you identify the constant term? Yes, the constant term is negative 10. Yes, it is negative 10. Because this term you can write it as plus Inside the bracket you can write negative 10. So in the constant term here is negative 10. Let me write another one. 5x square minus 2x. There is only two terms present here, and in the two terms you can see the variable x. So is there any constant term here? No. So this algebraic expression, there is no constant term present. The next word we are going to learn is product. You know what is product, right? The result obtained after multiplication, it is product. We will define this product in algebraic expression or in algebra in the same way, almost in the same way. When we multiply two constants or a constant with a literal or two literals together, the result obtained, we can call it as a product. Let's see some example. Here I am going to write one expression, 3xy minus 4x square. There are two terms for this algebraic expression. What are they? The first one it is 3xy. The second one negative 4x square. Let's consider one by one. The first one, 3xy. 3xy is the product. Product of 3 into x into y. So, when you multiply the constant 3 and the variables x and y, we got 3xy. So 3xy is the product of 3x and y. The next one, negative 4x square. It is the product of negative 4 into x into x. We can write one more way. Negative 4, I can rewrite it as negative 1 into 4. So, negative 1 into 4 into x into. So, these are the products. So, we can write each term of the algebraic expression as the product of constants and variables. In the same way, we can define factors. What are factors? Say, let me write one example. 12, I can write it as 6 times 2. 12 is the product of 6 and 2, and 6 and 2 are the factors of 12. This we have learned in the previous classes, right? Same way, we can define the factors in algebraic expression also. Let me take the example 3xy minus 4x square, the previous example itself, where we have seen that 3xy is the product of 3x and y. So, what are factors here? 3xy, we wrote it as 3 into x into y. So, 3x and y are the factors of 3xy. When we consider the second term, negative 4x square, we wrote negative 4x square as negative 1 into 4 into x into x. 4, again I can write it as 2 into 2, right? So, negative 1, 4x are the factors of the term negative 4x square. So these are the factors. So how we can define a factor? Factor means each of the quantity, it may be a constant, it may be a literal, multiplied together to form the product. It is called factors. Again, each of the quantity, it may be a constant or a literal, when multiplied together to form a product, it is called factors. Here in 3xy, 3x and y multiplied together to form the product 3xy. So 3x and y are the factors of the product 3xy. One more thing. There are two types of factors. One is numerical factor and the other is literal factor. What is numerical factor? Numerical factor. And y are the factors of the product 3xy. Here 3 is a numeral. So we can call 3 as the numerical factor. Then what is literal factor? Clearly the variables involved in the product, we can call it as literal factors. Literal factors. Here x and y are the literal factors. So the numeral involved in the product, we can call it as numerical factor, and the variables or the literals involved in the term, we can call it as, or in the product, we can call it as literal factors. Another important term we are going to learn is coefficient. What is a coefficient? Let's learn it with some example. I am taking the almost same examples to explain everything. Okay. So here two terms are there. One is 3xy and another is minus 4x square y. So let me consider the first term 3xy. And define coefficient in such a way that any factor of the terms of the expression is the coefficient of the remaining factors. What it is? Any factor of the considered term of the algebraic expression is the coefficient of the remaining factors. Let me say 3xy. I need to find the coefficient of xy. I am going to find the coefficient of xy. Here the coefficient of xy is 3. We just avoid the term xy from here. The left is 3. So 3 is the coefficient of xy in the term 3xy. Say, what is the coefficient of 3y? In that term 3xy, when we avoid that 3y, the left is x. So coefficient of 3y is x. Then what is coefficient of x? It is 3y. Let us consider another example. Here I have considered only one term of the algebraic expression. It is 9 by 2 a square b. BC. 9 by 2 a square BC. What is the coefficient of a square b? How to find this coefficient of a square b? Just avoid a square b and find how many other remaining factors. Which are the remaining factors of this term? It is 9 by 2 and c. So 9 by 2 c is the coefficient of a square b. Next one. What is the coefficient of a square bc? 9 by 2 a square bc. We consider a square. We need to find the coefficient of a square bc. The remaining factor is 9 by 2. So 9 by 2 is the coefficient of a square bc. Then what is the coefficient of 9 by 2 a square? Here we consider only 9 by 2 a square. We need to find the coefficient of 9 by 2 a square. The remaining factors are bc. So the coefficient of 9 by 2 a square is bc. Then coefficient of 9bc. Look at the expression. What is the coefficient of 9bc? Yes, 9bc. What are the remaining factors? A square is the remaining factor. Yeah, here in the denominator also the 2 is there, right? So a square by 2 is the coefficient of 9bc. Next, we are going to learn about like and unlike terms. What are like and unlike terms? Say, if the terms containing the same letters, the same variables, we can say that it is like terms. And if the letters are different, we can call it as unlike terms. Let's see some examples here. The first one, here it is 3xy, half xy, negative 7 by 4 xy, 40xy. The letters are same, right? For every term, there is only xy's. So, it is the like terms. All these are like terms. The second example, again 3xy, half x square y, negative 4xy square and 40xy. Look, here it is xy, x square y, xy square, again xy. 3xy and 40xy, they are like. But what about the others? So these are not like terms. So we can call it as unlike terms. Look at the next example. AB, A square B, ABC. Here also the letters are different. So it is unlike terms. It is also another example. Can you write like terms and unlike terms in your notebook? We have learned terms, constant terms, product and factors, coefficients and like and unlike terms. Let's revise again. What are terms? Terms are the various parts of the algebraic expression and it is separated by addition or subtraction only. Then what is constant term? If there is no variables, there is no letters with the numerical of the term of the algebraic expression, of the term of the algebraic expression, we can call it as a constant term. Then product and factors, we can say it together, right? Consider any of the terms of an algebraic expression. We can write it the term as the product of the factors Or say example ABC. ABC, A into B into C. A, B and C are the factors of the term or the product ABC. Then what is coefficient? Coefficient is also a factor of the terms of the algebraic expression of the remaining factors. Say again example ABC, the coefficient of AB in the term ABC is C. And two types of coefficients are there, numerical coefficient and literal coefficient. Then the last one, it is like terms and unlike terms. What are like terms and unlike terms? If the literals, say we consider some terms of the algebraic expression, if the literals are same, we can call it as like terms. And if the literals or the variables are not same, we can call it as unlike terms. Let's move to types of algebraic expression. Let's learn about the types of algebraic expression. For some algebraic expression, there is only one term. For some, there are 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms, etc. And here, we are going to divide the algebraic expression based on the number of terms. We have learned about terms, and before that we have drawn a table for terms, number of terms for an algebraic expression also. Here we are going to write the same thing again. The first one, 4AB. 4AB is an algebraic expression. How many terms are there? Yes, there is only one term for this algebraic expression, and the term is 4AB. Such an algebraic expression we can call it as monomial. What it is? Monomial. The second one, 3PQ minus QR. How many terms are there? Yes, 2 terms are there. What are they? 3PQ and negative QR. 3PQ negative QR. So these are the 2 terms of this algebraic expression. So if the algebraic expression is having 2 terms, we can call it as a binomial. Binomial. Look at the third one. There are 3 terms for this algebraic expression. 5x cube plus 3x square plus 4. So 3 terms are there for this algebraic expression. We are going to write the terms also. 5x cube, 3x square and 4. Such an algebraic expression we can call it as trinomial. So an algebraic expression having only one term we can call it as monomial. If an algebraic expression is having 2 terms, we can call it as binomial. If there is 3 terms, we will call it as trinomial. Look at this one. How many terms are there? 4 terms are there. 9x square y minus 8xy plus 7y plus 6. So 4 terms are there. Such algebraic expressions we call it as multinomials. What it is? Multinomials. which means that if an algebraic expression is having 2 or more terms. To be specific, 2 terms we will call it as binomial and 3 terms we call it as trinomial. Commonly, if there is 2 or more terms are there for an algebraic expression, we can call it as a multinomial. We can call it as a multinomial. Now, polynomial in one variable. What is a polynomial? Polynomial means it is also an algebraic expression. It is having polynomial in one variable. We are considering polynomial in one variable. Means that in that polynomial we are considering only one variable. We have seen many algebraic expression in all of the algebraic expression, most of the algebraic expression we have considered more than one variable, right? But here we are going to consider only one variable. So polynomial in one variable means it's an algebraic expression containing only one variable. And there is only one condition for that. The condition is that power of the exponent power we have discussed in one of the video, right? Yeah, power or exponent of the variable should be a non-negative number. Such an expression, such an algebraic expression, we can call it as polynomial in one variable. Let's see some examples. Say 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 4x minus 1. So, this is a polynomial in x. Here the powers, it's a constant term, right? Powers are positive. It's non-negative. So, this is an example for a polynomial. Let's see another example. A square plus 3a minus 1. It's another polynomial in a. The variable is a here. There is a general form for the polynomials. Let me write it. A plus bx plus cx square plus dx raised to 3 plus etc. This is the general form of polynomial where a, b, c and d etc. are the constants, numerals, and the variable, here the variable is x. There is only one variable. We consider the polynomial in one variable. So here it is only one variable. It is x. Degree of the polynomial. What is degree of the polynomial? It is the greatest power of the variable present in the polynomial. Let's discuss this one with an example. Say 3x cubed minus 4x square plus 2. It's a polynomial in x. So, for this term, the power or the exponent, it is 3. This is having 2. So, the greatest is 3. So, we can say that degree of this polynomial is 3. Let's see another example. It is another polynomial in A, 2a cubed minus 4a square plus 3a raised to 4 plus 4. What is the degree of this polynomial? Here the power of a is 3. In the second term, the power is 2. Third term, it is 4. So, 4 is the greatest power of this expression. So the second one, this one is the polynomial of degree 4. Can you write a polynomial of degree 2? Yes. Say p square plus 2p minus 1. Here p square means the power is 2, p the power is 1, it is the constant term. So this is a polynomial having degree 2.